This segment of the news is brought to you by BTC, powered by Lime.
Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. As always, it's so great to have you with us. Topping news, it has been an uphill battle for members of the industrial union who have been at odds with management of quality service for several years. Tonight, the union's leader says there appears to be some positive inroads in their struggle, and they are very pleased with this newfound relationship. Who can forget the many demonstrations at Quality Services as employees and leader of the management union fought against what they termed unfair internal practices. But now Quality Services and management of the industrial union may be on a path to a better working relationship. Union leader Lionel Morley says in recent time he has noticed some changes.
We began to see the hiring of a lot of Bahamians, new Bahamians. We began to see that they no longer have to eat lunch in an area where flies and mosquitoes and bugs and all this. They are building a new infrastructure for them. We're talking about an insurance policy for them. We are talking about potentially including as part of their new package a pension plan, so when they retire they'll have something to look forward to. And the changes is that the level of dignity in the workplace that they have lost over the years, they are regaining it.
He adds that some outstanding issues remain. 95% of the workers who were fired were rehired back in March, a decision that was made during a meeting with Minister of Foreign Affairs, Fred Mitchell.
We still have some headwinds because, we still have people with their own agenda. But whilst we go through these, we will continue to fight for the greater good of the organization, the union member. But yes, 95% of them did in fact return to work.
Morley adds that this newfound relationship between both parties is good for the Bahamian workers. He is also giving credit to the government for intervening.
People decent as the minister who understand that he has an overriding responsibility to protect the interests of Bahamians, finding the political will to take a stand. It was a collective but a concerted effort on all parties. Yes, he did play a very instrumental role, and we are grateful.
It was more than 10 years in the making, and today a group of local government workers had their services transferred to the public service. Sabrina Brown has the story.
5 janitresses and 1 security officer who were employed by the local government West Grand Bahama District Council are now employees of the government. The transition took place during a contract signing ceremony at the council's office in 8 Mile Rock Wednesday morning. The workers, who are attached to various public schools in the district, operated for years without any benefits, but now they are permanent and pensionable. Chief Counselor for West Grand Bahama, Rosny Cooper, says it was a long battle and today is a red letter day.
I believe that this is the proudest day of my career in local government, to have been able to negotiate along with my administrator, and I would like to thank the council, but whereby they would have given me the leeway on numerous occasions to travel back and forth to Nassau in and on your behalf. It was not a one-man's position. It was a group effort.
Cooper commended the workers for maintaining high standards on the job.
For the body that selected those persons to work in the school system, that we would have picked the best. We have had minimal complaints. We would have had some of you rose to as high as head janitress, even over those that are presently permanent and pensionable. It speaks wonders for us. And so as good as you were for local government, you must improve tenfold. Do not fall into the slum of the regular public servants. Let us prove that you are whom we say you are.
Administrator for West Grand Bahama, Brenda Bullard Colebrook, says she's happy that this day has finally come.
I am even more pleased to act on behalf of the government to witness your acceptance of the various appointments as would have been offered you. Today you are being asked to show your acceptance by signing a particular letter which indicates that you will be put on a probationary period of 12 months.
She encouraged the new government employees to continue to do their best.
You will be required to continue to work as hard as you've always done and to put your best foot forward, ensuring that you continue to give good service to the people of the West Grand Bahama District and by extension, the Bahamas on a whole.
While it was a time of celebration for the 6 who qualified for the transfer, for Chief Councillor Cooper, it was bittersweet.
Whereby this is a joyful day, I'm still somewhat disappointed. Disappointed in that we had persons that started with us at age 50 and 45, and to date, because the process took so long, they're unable to sit with you today.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Sabrina. Well, ZNS News has learned that American celebrity couple Jay-Z and Beyonce have purchased their own private island in the Bahamas. The two reportedly bought Stranger's Key, a small island north of Walker's Key in the Abacos, for just under $3 million. Their 360-acre private island is about half a mile wide and about 2 miles long. There is a natural harbor on the west side of the island, and the island can accommodate an airstrip of at least 5,000 feet. The Atlantic Ocean is on the eastern end of the private island, and shallow waters off the Grand Bahama Bank is on the western side. The celebrity couple have not stated publicly how they hope to develop their private island. In other news, tonight, some members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force on Grand Bahama are coming under fire as they are accused of shooting at a man who was in possession of a fake handgun. Self-proclaimed movie producer Marcus Bailey recounted the incident, which took place in the Garden Villas area on Saturday, April 13th, while he was reportedly shooting a movie. Bailey claims that he showed the officer in question the imitation firearm that he was carrying, and he was later fired upon.
They tell me look in the back of me, and they look in the back of me, see the patrol car coming. I gotta run behind the building and duck them. I wasn't in no fear for them. I had no reason to run. So when I see them, I thought they just were doing their normal patrol, passing through. But when I noticed they passed, then they stop and revert and say, free, don't move. Like I was stunned, like what they fooling with me for? So though when they say don't move, I stand up right there and they come out, they pull a gun on me, call for backup. CDU down, come who deal with me before. Come, he search me, find the toy gun. He say he ain't dealing with this no more. Call side. After he walk off from me with the toy gun holding it in the hand, officer opened multiple gunshot fire at me for no reason. And someone gotta get shoot. Ricochet could have gone up that wall and innocent people could have got shoot that day in the ghetto. Plenty people was there.
Bailey was subsequently arrested and charged with vagrancy. He said following his release, he went back to the scene where he reportedly collected bullet casings, which were allegedly fired by police. Bailey says he now fears for his life and is sending this appeal to the Commissioner of Police, Allison Greenslade.
I'd like for Mr. Greenslade to know that his officer that he have in place to protect the Bahamian and foreigners here, they need to be more professional, and they need to stop getting any officer gun to carry around, and they need to stop going off all kind of fake call they hear. And I think it's wrong.
Now, ZNS News contacted the Assistant Commissioner of Police on Grand Bahama, Emmerich Seymour, about the incident, who confirmed that he spoke with Marcus Bailey about that incident at the police headquarters. He says that matter is now under police investigation. Police are still searching for 27-year-old murder suspect Jonathan Cooper. An all-points bulletin was issued for the Tamarind Street resident late last week, but so far police haven't been able to locate him. He is accused of stabbing Paul Pablo Ferguson to death in Garden Villas on Thursday morning. Police are requesting help from the public in locating Cooper. So if you know where 27-year-old Jonathan Cooper is tonight, you should contact the police. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Dolly Madison, Freeport's original home center.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Today was observed as International Administrative Professionals Day. It's an unofficial holiday observed in several countries to recognize the work of secretaries, administrative assistants, receptionists, and other administrative support professionals. Here on Grand Bahama, the local chapter held its annual Administrative Assistant and Manager of the Year Awards luncheon, and it was a memorable occasion for 11 top professionals in the public service industry. The luncheon was one way to recognize and encourage hard work in the public service. Guest speaker at the luncheon was Senator Julian Russell.
You must continuously strive to be the professional who ignite change. As administrative assistants and managers in your various departments, you are required daily to serve the public's interests and to uphold the public's trust. As nominee for the title of Public Service Administrative Assistant and Manager of the Year, in the eyes of those with whom you work daily, you are recognized as public officers who are not satisfied with the status quo, but rather you are recognized as officers who take the initiative to ignite change within your work environment.
Well, Russell told the nominees that they are all winners who have proven themselves worthy of the accolades.
Nominees, you have demonstrated commitment, enthusiasm, and hard work as agent of change. You have initiated change in a professional manner to enhance the efficient operation of your agencies. You have asked questions and committed yourselves to finding the answers. No doubt you have worked late into the evenings and arrive at work early in the morning to ensure that the machinery of the public service continues to run smoothly every day. This demonstrates your unwavering commitment and dedication in your pursuit of excellence. Many times, I am sure you may have encountered unexpected obstacles, doubts, and times of frustration and misunderstanding. But yet you persevered to get the job done at any cost.
Well, the highlight of the event was the announcement of the Manager of the Year Award. The winner, Medical Chief of Staff for the Public Hospitals Authority, Dr. Paul Ward. The Administrative Assistant of the Year Award went to Carolyn Ferguson, Chief Clerk and Officer in charge of the West End Post Office. Inspector Sherry Armley received the Most Popularity Award. In other news, the Junior Hoteliers program was launched at the Holmes Rock Primary School today. It is a program for students in the 5th and 6th grade that are introduced to the tourism industry. Principal Leslie Newton says the club also shares with students what they can do to make the sector better.
In this program, the students will go on various field trips. They will get a tour of the hotel. They will have speakers come in and tell them about the industry, what they need to do to improve the industry, to make the industry better, to also let them know that you don't necessarily have to work directly with the industry, but you can actually be a lawyer and also be a part of the industry.
Veteran hotelier Russell Miller and Magnus Alnebeck spoke to the students about the importance of the tourism industry. Some students say they are now interested in the field.
I like to be interested in the tourism industry because it sounds like a lot of fun, and I'll learn more about it as I go along my experience.
I would like to open up a hotel, and I think it's a fun experience.
Well, the Junior Hotelier program will run for 10 weeks. And Grand Bahama has captured the Ministry of Education's floating trophy in the national debate competition. After a 5-year hiatus, 3 students from Grand Bahama were victorious in the national debate. Those who prepared the students for the competition are proud of the achievement.
Last time Grand Bahama won was about 5 years ago. Prior to that, we won about 6 years straight. And so we are really, really happy that it's back in Grand Bahama.
We were a force to be reckoned with when we started this debate. Nobody, no other district in the Bahamas really understood how to debate the way we did. And so we led out by just being either first or second every single year.
This is one of the youth activities which need more push. We need more support. I think we need sponsors like the spelling bee competition. We really need it to live it up if they are that supportive of young people, as they say. We really need more involvement of other enterprises, other companies.
Be it resolved that the lack of economic development has caused a high level of crime in the Bahamas. That was the topic for debate. 11th grader at Bishop Michael Eldon High School, David Ferguson, proved to be the top orator. His teammates say they were just as grateful for the opportunity.
Majority of people, when they think of economic development, they base it on their prior knowledge, which is infrastructure, jobs, and the economy. But if you understand the word economy, which comes from the Greek word household, it means betterment of the household, and it's holistic development. And it's not only jobs, but it's creating and retaining the jobs and supporting and growing the incomes.
Coaches are amazing. They helped us, they pushed us, they coached us every step of the way. Our parents supported us. It was a truly amazing experience.
It helped me with my speech, as well as my writing and penmanship, and I hope to pursue debating in college also. It's a nice thing to put on my resume.
Well, the National Debate Championship was held in New Providence this past Thursday. And that's a look at stories making news at the hour. Stay with us. Ricardo Lightborn joins us next with sports.